There is a question about passport. Can I apply without a passport? No, you can't. I have a video giving more details about the passport. Here it is. Let me give more explanation. Listen to me to this very, very careful, because you'll be coming later to be upset and crying and going to start hating America for things which is your fault. It used to be when you apply for the DV lottery, passport was not required. 3 years ago, they introduced the passport requirement. Instruction number 7 of the DV lottery instructions, passport requirement. It says as follows, if I can paraphrase. You must have a valid, unexpired passport in order to apply. Valid, unexpired passport means if you put an invalid passport, expired passport, you're in trouble. Without a passport, you can't apply. Unless otherwise, you have one of the 3 exceptions. What other exceptions if you don't have the passport? Either you must be a stateless person. A stateless person, that means you are born in no country on this planet Earth. It happens, there is one guy from Angola. The husband and the mother, during the time of the war, they were getting to the boat, running away from the country. In the middle of the international water, the child was born. Or assume you are in the plane. The child is born in the plane into the top air somewhere over there. You do not know which country is that. What will be the countries of birth of the child? The child was no country of birth. You see? So you must be a stateless. If you're not a stateless, you must have a waiver letter from the Secretary of State or the Secretary of Homeland Security from the United States of America that you can apply without a passport, which you don't have that certification. The third exemption is you must be coming from a communist-controlled country and you are not able to get the passport from the communist-controlled government. I know your country is not a communist-controlled country. So for that particular case, you don't meet any of these 3 exceptions. Don't apply with the national ID. National ID is not a passport. Driving license is not a passport. You must have the passport. Some countries, they might be in the very strict lockdown. They don't care about that. Your country might be having a war. They don't care. There is no that exception. If you don't have the passport and you are not from the stateless, you are not from a communist country, you don't have the letter from the Secretary of State or Secretary of the Homeland Security, don't apply. Because winning the green card lottery, by lying you don't have the passport and you choose the exception, you will be denied the visa on the visa interview. The other technique I tell people is this one. If you don't have the passport, go and apply the emergency passport, the temporary passport. The passport you can use to travel from one country to another in your neighborhood. For instance, in East Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, South Sudan, you can travel within those countries with a passport which is a piece of paper. One piece of paper is called temporary passport. If you apply the temporary passport, you get within 1 day, or you get within 3 days, and it is just $5 to $10. You can use a temporary passport and apply. And if you win, you can get the actual passport book now, because they will never put the visa on that temporary passport. So you apply the passport book, and when they ask for the documents, you give the temporary passport and the new passport. or you apply with the passport, but later it's expired. If you win, you'll use the passport which has expired as a document and the new passport to send to the KCC, and during the visa interview, you have to go with those documents. The purpose of introducing the passport, is because to get away from the scams. People were stealing the identity of other people. Like I can go there, I can take randomly names and put it there, and if you win, you're going to forge the birth certificate, you're going to forge the passport with the new name. Or the same person goes there, is applying as Ernest Boniface Makulilo, Makulilo Ernest Boniface, Boniface Ernest Makulilo. You change your name variation, and if you win, you go with a different passport. Or you go there, say, I made a mistake on the names. So to avoid that, you can go with one person with one passport. That's how it is. I believe that will be able to answer about the passport. So, you don't have the passport, find the temporary passport. You don't have the passport, you don't have the temporary passport or the normal passport, 5 years, 10 years expiration, don't apply, because you'll win, trust me. And you'll be denied the visa. You will have all your hopes, I'm going to America. You are paying for the medical, you are paying for the visa fee, you are paying the interview, they are going to deny you the visa, and you'll be upset. That is written in the instructions. Failure to have the passport and the applying, saying that you have or you have exemption, you cannot apply. But what about the refugees? The refugees are allowed to apply if they have refugee passport. They have those passports, they are given by the United Nations. You can use. That is another exemption for only refugees. The only other exception they have been given are the people from Venezuela. Venezuela, if you have a passport which has expired, you are allowed to use it as long as you add 5 years, because they know of the situation going on with this, Venezuela. That means the US government officially, they posted on their system that if your expiration date was January 1st, 2020, add 5 years, so to be January 1st, 2025 expiration date. So that is the only exception. So apart from that, those are the few things I want to make sure that you understand in that way. Any question regarding to passport? Find the passport. Apply for the passport as soon as possible. And make sure that you get the passport photo, the one you will use to apply, very, very soon. Don't wait until October to apply for the passport. You say, oh, I was delayed, I applied without a passport. They will deny you the visa without any worry. Even if I'm the US consular officer, I'm denying you without a problem. So you have to understand that.